this is Spirit Blaze, and I'm here with my friend Flameclaw. And welcome to another episode of Talking Clans. This is our third episode, and it was suggested by Kara on Facebook. Today we're going to be covering supporting characters and background characters.
Hi guys, Flameclaw here. So I guess we can start the video.
Alright.
Shall I go first?
Yeah.
Okay, so my first question for you is, why is Bracken and Sorrel your favorite ship?
I would have to say because, you know how like a lot of other couples have drama, and my first favorite ship was actually Cloudtail and Brightheart. I thought that they were so cute together, and I thought that it was really cool how he still thought that she was beautiful even though her face was all messed up. And I thought that that was really cool until he started to flirt with Daisy all the time. And he started to kind of forget Brightheart and kind of like, I don't know, neglect her. So that's when I realized that I kind of like Brackenford and Sorreltail a lot more because they just never fight. They don't have the drama that other relationships in the series have. Like Spiderleg and Daisy and, you know, all of those characters, all of the background characters, and even some of the main characters just have so much relationship drama that I don't like, and they seem like one of the only couples that are happy together and don't fight.
Yeah, that were happy together, sadly. But what you said about Daisy and Cloudtail, I don't think he was actually flirting with her. He was just like helping her out. And maybe Brightheart took it the wrong way. I don't know. I don't really like Cloudtail for like talking to Daisy and being around her so much. But I don't think he had any like flirting intentions. I don't think he actually liked her in any way.
I think if Brightheart took it the wrong way, I took it the wrong way too when I was reading it.
I took it the wrong way in the beginning too, but then someone brought it up on Facebook or somewhere, and I realized that I might have been wrong.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Just so you guys know, again, we're recording these sessions on Skype, so I'm sorry if I echo a little bit.
Or if I echo, because that's possible.
Yeah, it does get to be a little bit annoying, but for right now, this is like the only type of recording software I have, and the only way we have of communicating right now is through Skype to do these episodes. So I'm sorry if it echoes, and also there's going to be spoilers for The Last Hope, so if you don't want any spoilers, click away or skip ahead in the video. No, they'll probably be throughout the entire video, so maybe just stop watching.
Yeah, good point. Just don't watch if you don't want spoilers, but I think most of you read The Last Hope because it came out ages ago. So yeah, you go ahead and ask a question.
Okay, so my first question is, what is your opinions on Sorreltail's death? And just so you guys know, we're going to be talking about Brackenford and Sorreltail, like, throughout the video, because, I don't know, it's mostly going to be about them, and that's who I'm drawing right now. I'm drawing Sorreltail and Brackenford, but, we are going to talk about other characters as the video goes on.
Yeah, but they're going to be the main focus. So to answer your question, my opinion on her death is I was just devastated when I learned that she died in BRAMBLESTAR'S Storm. I was just shocked. I was like, no, Sorreltail, because she's Leafpool's best friend, and I think she's Leafpool's only good friend that really cares about her, and now she lost even that. And I just felt sorry for Leafpool too, but also for Brackenford, because he deserves a good mate, and he deserved those kids and everything. And then I think it was Seedpaw who died.
Yeah.
He died as well, and then just like, why? Why, Aarons? Why do you have to destroy Brackenford's life? He didn't deserve this. He was a good apprentice, had a good life, and then poof, you go and destroy everything. Right. Just because they had a happy relationship. Wow.
Right, I felt so horrible for Brackenford during the Last Hope, and not really in The Last Hope, but in BRAMBLESTAR'S Storm. I felt bad for him the entire time.
Like, I accidentally skipped ahead in the book, and I read about Seedpaw's death.
Mhm.
And I was like, Seedpaw is dying?
Yeah, I really like Sorreltail as well. I think throughout most of the series, the cat, like the background character that I could relate to the most, I don't know why, I just felt like Sorreltail's personality reminded me a lot of my own and Snowfur, but Sorreltail mostly. And Sorreltail is also based off of one of Vicky's cats.
Yeah, I think I read about this.
And I did have a cat that looked a lot like Sorreltail.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, and I like Brackenfur's daughter a lot. And I don't
Mhm.
know,
Yeah,
like
Lily Heart.
she also reminds me of myself just because of how enthusiastic she is all the time. And because for those of you watching, most people don't know, but um, I go by Spirit, but my real name is Lily, so it was cool that Vicky, and I've also talked to Victoria Holmes, so I was like, oh cool. There's a character named Lily Paw. Or
Yeah,
no, her
she's
name's
so
Lily
cute.
Heart now, right?
Yeah, and she's really adorable. I really like her. And she was like, "Oh, Bramblestar, thank you for my beautiful name. I love it." And I was like, "Oh, sweetheart, I love you too." Like, she's so adorable. I love her. She's awesome. I really hope that she gets a good mate and has kids of her own. I just really hope that she'll have a good life and that the Aarons won't kill her for some stupid reason. If she dies in battle, I'll be fine with that because that's like a warrior's death. But if she dies for some stupid reason, then ugh.
Yeah. I just really love the name Lily Heart just because it has Lily in it. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah. So, like a lot of people say that Bramblestar isn't a good leader and that someone else should have like been leader instead of him. So, who do you think should have been that character?
As far as background characters go, I would have chosen Brackenfur. Um, it's not that I think that Bramblestar is a bad leader. Yeah, he's getting a little annoying in Bramblestar Storm with, oh, I'll never be as good as Firestar and this and that, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, dude, come on, build some confidence. You're a leader, you know? Like he never really had any confidence in his decisions and stuff. But
Yeah.
then Firestar was a lot like that too when he became leader after Blue Star's death. So I don't really know, but Bramblestar, I've never just been crazy about him as a character, and I've always liked Brackenfur. So if I was going to make anybody leader, or deputy for that matter, like if Bramblestar would have been, like, I hated how Bramblestar played favorites when he
Yeah.
was choosing a deputy. He did not need to choose Squirrel Flight. I absolutely hate Squirrel Flight.
I don't like her, but I don't hate her just because, well, it's a stupid reason, but she's Firestar's daughter, that's first. And secondly, I don't know, I really like her for the reason that she actually decided to lie to her own mate for her sister, which is something that not a lot of people would do, not a lot of cats. So, like, it was a really nice thing to do.
Yeah, I
I
mean
think.
she did do some good things. And I mean, most apprentices are annoying, but she was the most annoying apprentice ever.
Yes, but so as far as Star, if you think about it.
Yeah, I just feel like she was probably at the top of the list as far as annoying apprentices go. But then like right underneath her would be Barry Paw because he was
Yeah,
pretty
oh my
annoying as
gosh.
well. Um, but yeah, I probably would have made him leader, or probably it would be more realistic for him to have been Bramblestar's deputy because I hated how Bramblestar played favorites and made her the deputy just to show his forgiveness because I don't know. I didn't really like her, and she all throughout Bramblestar Storm it just got so annoying with her nagging at Bramblestar. I was just like, oh geez. But I do ship Bramblestar and Squirrel Flight. I
Yeah,
just
but you gotta admit, I don't want to like make this into an argument, but you gotta admit that she was a good deputy. She actually helped out Bramblestar when he couldn't like do stuff. She organized the patrols. She actually did her duties really well. And yeah, she judged Bramblestar for liking Jesse, but who wouldn't? She loved him, so she was kind of jealous.
yeah. I mean, I don't blame her for being jealous. I just feel like Brackenford probably would have been a better choice.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Like, we're never gonna find out. But on that topic, I think I would have made either Bracken for deputy or Dustpelt. I don't know. I just really like Dustpelt, but unfortunately, he had to die. So.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, is there any character other than Brackenford that you would ship Sorreltail with?
Weirdly enough, yes, Leafpool.
Really?
Just because they're best friends and I don't know, kind of just go together. Like how they found the moon pool together, how Sorreltail was like always there for Leafpool and she always told Leafpool everything, and just they were so cute.
Yeah, they would be cute together. I mean, I ship Mothwing and Leafpool and Brackenfur and Sorreltail so much that I don't really ship it, but it still would be cute. So I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah, but obviously it's never gonna happen. It doesn't even really make sense.
Yeah. Um, how do you feel about Heather Star removing tunneling? Because Heather Star isn't like she wasn't exactly a background character. She was like a supporting character, but she was one of those leaders who wasn't as important as the other ones. Like you don't hear that much about her, so I guess she would count as a background character.
Yeah. Well, I have mixed opinions on this, mixed feelings because I kind of hate her for what she did because firstly she literally promised the Wind Clan that she would give them another tunneler, and what she did was she made Toppa a Moorrunner. Like she broke her promise. That's first, and secondly, like she shouldn't have removed tunneling because it gave Wind Clan an advantage over other clans, and the other clans didn't even know about it, so it gave them no harm. Like, yeah, settlers could die in the tunnels, but realistically, a cat can die on the moor too because there's no cover, and like an eagle or whatever, like a bird, can swoop down and take them away.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
I mean, I don't know. I don't really know how I felt about it. Like it was dangerous that cats were dying, but at the same time, the tunnelers were like heartbroken when she decided to like take away tunneling.
yeah, they were so sad. Like especially Tail, he was like, "Oh man, I don't want to stop tunneling." I don't know why they would like tunneling much because it's really dirty down there and dark and scary and it can fall on you. But I don't know, I'm not a dark places person. I hate dark.
So you would be like tall paw.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I mean, I was a little bit relieved because then I was like, oh, Tall Star will get to, or Tall Tail will get to do what he loves to do, and that's running and being on the moor, and he won't be forced to do it because of his father, or like judged by his father because he's not doing it. But then, it's just, it upset the tunnelers so bad that I didn't really know how to feel about it. I was kind of like, I have mixed opinions on it, so I guess I'm a little bit neutral there.
Yeah, I actually wanted Toppa to become a tunneler. I don't know, I just found it cool that a leader who's like very important started with such a, so to speak, like weird role as a tunneler because it was like sort of obvious that he was gonna be a Moorrunner in the end because he's this important character, and Moorrunners were obviously the more respected ones in Wind Clan. I feel like
Yeah,
I just got that feeling when I read the book.
yeah.
Like they always sat together and they were like the elite cats, and the tunnelers were always with dirty paws and they were like looked down upon. Like you saw what Shrew Paw Claw did with Telltale, and you're like, oh my gosh, she's a worm paw gonna go tunneling, and I'm
Yeah.
like, shut up.
Right. I never liked Shrew Paw in that book, but I did like him. I did like him towards the end. Like I knew that him and Toto or Tallstar would always fight all the time, and like he would always be like really obnoxious and really annoying. But then like there was kind of like it was kind of like a I don't know, kind of like a friendship, but I don't know, in some weird way.
Yeah, like a love-hate relationship, kind of.
Right. That's what I meant to say. It was kind of like that, and like um when he died, I was like kind of sad.
Yeah, because I really started to kind of feel that they could maybe become friends. And
Yeah.
I mean, Shruka had a mate, so that even makes it worse.
Yeah. And I was
He
like,
could have
oh,
had
you
kids.
poor obnoxious furball. I was like, I did feel bad.
Yeah, poor guy. He was a good cat in his heart. He was rude, but he was okay, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, so my next question for you is, what is your opinion on Spider-Leg?
I love his name.
Yeah, me too. It's just so badass. Like, did you see the meme about it? Like,
Yeah, the spider exterminator.
yes, yes, that's like hilarious.
Yeah. I like him, and I love how his name kind of has that like leaf fall sound to it, just because it has the word spider in it.
Yeah,
But
yeah, I just realized it does.
and he even has that kind of look about him, like his brown stomach, and then the rest of him is like, like his underbelly and everything is brown,
Yeah, Burn.
and his chest I think is brown, and then the rest of him is black. He does have like the name just fits him.
Yeah, and I really think he has a nice design.
Yeah.
But one thing I really hate about him is how he treated Daisy. Like, he shouldn't have even mated with her if he didn't like her. Just like, he didn't even want to be a father to his kids.
Yeah.
He just kind of threw them away. And that's why I kind of hate him for this. But, like, I like him in general. I just don't like him for that one thing.
I really I really hate Daisy like a
Yeah,
lot.
me too.
I mean, I get that she takes care of the kids and like keeps things going in the nursery, and ThunderClan kind of does need her, but I just hate her personality, and I hate like how she first met Brightheart and she was so rude, and she just like immediately demanded how Brightheart got the scars on her face and was like shocked, and
Yeah, but you
treated her
gotta.
like she was such a spectacle, and I was like, if I met somebody, like as a human, if I met somebody who had scars all over their face, I would not do that. That is like the rudest thing ever.
Yeah, I mean, you can be shocked, but you can't just come up to people and go, "Oh my gosh, how did you get these scars?" And just,
Right. I never really liked her personality, and she's too soft. Even in BRAMBLESTAR'S Storm, I realized it more and more. She's too much like a kitty pet. She needs to be taken in by two legs because, I mean, no offense to anybody who likes Daisy, it's just that I know she's not supposed to be a warrior, but if you're gonna live in a clan, you need to not be so, she's just very soft.
yeah.
And I don't feel like she's exactly fit for clan life.
Well, she's not, but she did improve in Bramblestar's Storm.
Mhm.
And she got smarter, like how she demanded of the apprentices that they had to be respective and do all their duties, and I just kind of like that about her.
Yeah. I mean, there was some good things about her. She just, I don't know.
Yeah. She just kind of, like, my first impression of her was bad, and that's why I can't like her.
Yeah, same kind of. I mean, and as far as like Spider X Daisy goes, I don't really ship it because I just don't like Daisy, and I don't think that Spider-Leg should have just. I don't think that he should have became her mate at all. Not because like I don't know if it would matter to me like how he treated her because I don't like her, but I don't think that he should have became her mate if like it was like kind of pointless. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I
Because
mean,
I don't.
she wouldn't have made a good mate anyway, I don't think, because she's like all soft and kitty pettish, and I just.
Exactly. That's why I don't ship it. Um, but moving on, how do you feel about Leopard X Tiger?
Well, that's I have like a sort of a hateful opinion towards this. So if I offend any Leopard Stars fans, then I'm sorry, but this is my opinion. I really hate Leopard Star. I hate her with such a passion that just. I was really happy when she died. I know it's extremely rude, but I was very happy when she died. Because I don't think she was a good leader. She started meeting up with Tiger Star when she was still a deputy. She joined with him. She let Stonefur die. She just stood there, did nothing. Like, yeah, she felt sorry in the end, but it was already done at that point. And yeah, she did beg Misty Star's forgiveness, but I just still can't like her. And like how she was like, "Oh my gosh, you can't take our fish from the lake. That's our lake."
Yeah,
When
that was kind
everyone
of
was
annoying. I
starting.
got mad at that.
Hmm.
I don't really love or hate Leopard Star, but I kind of shipped Leopard X Tiger just because they were so compatible, but I knew it was a recipe for disaster. Because, they're
Yeah.
both so ambitious and it just wasn't, it was like fire and gasoline.
Yeah. True.
I knew that it was dangerous, but at the same time, like their personalities were so, I don't know, they just seemed like they had more in common, and I feel like Tiger Star had more in common with Leopard Star than what he would with Sasha or Golden Flower, but I don't really know. And it was not a good alliance. Like it was pretty bad, and it did cause I think it caused Stonefur to die. So
Yeah.
I don't really know. I mean, it might be one of my favorite ships just because they're so compatible, but it wouldn't have worked out very well. But when I was reading it, I know there's nothing to back this up because I don't think there's any proof of it or anything that the Aarons had said about it. But when reading the books, I felt like Leopard Star, like the way she let Tiger Star run things, I felt like she probably had feelings for him.
She did. It was confirmed that she loved him because in the Enter the Clans book,
Uh huh.
I think it was that book. If I'm wrong, correct me, everyone.
I remember.
But
I remember there being like a short story in one of the guides. I'm not sure which one it was, but it was called A Deadly Alliance. But I can't remember what was in it.
yeah, and it said it was like Leopard Star speaks the Deadly
Yeah.
Alliance, and it was like, how can you blame me for liking Tiger Star and for joining up with him? I loved him and something like that. And I'm like, you mouse brain, you turned against your own clanmates. Are you crazy?
Yeah.
Ugh,
Love makes us do crazy things.
yeah. True, but like that crazy, that's kind of a bit overboard.
Yeah. So I think we can move on to the next question.
Yeah. It's my turn, right?
Yeah.
Um, this is kind of a sad question, but who was your favorite kit that died?
Oh geez. I think a lot of people would say Mosket, but there's also I'm with the people who would, because it seems like half the fandom would answer this question with Moss Kit, and the other half would answer it with Snow Kit, just because they were
Yeah.
like the major, I don't know, kit deaths, I guess. But there was a lot more. The Aarons have killed off so many kittens. It's so sad.
Yeah.
But I think my favorite would be Snow Kit, just because I felt so bad for him that he was deaf. But the death did kind of have to happen. I don't even know why the Aarons made him in the first place. I guess just to make things interesting and to put something in that book. It's just something else to happen, I suppose. But I like that he was, I don't know. I just thought that it was interesting and unusual that he was deaf for a warrior
Yeah.
cat. And it's also like it just runs in the genes of white cats with blue eyes, because my neighbor has a big fluffy white cat with blue eyes. His name's Blue and he's deaf. So I don't know. I thought of him when I read about Snow Kit, and I probably cried during that scene, but I can't remember. And I was like surprised that he was going to die. Like, I don't know. I didn't think he was going to die, but I knew he had to die because there's no way a deaf warrior would make it in the wild.
Well, maybe he could because I read a fan fiction. And yeah, I agree with you. Snow Kid is also my favorite. Um, but I read a fan fiction about him, and it's like how he survived and lived on, and he was taught to speak and listen with the vibrations when he put his paws on someone's throat, and he actually became a medicine cat by the name of Snowhawk in honor of the hawk that took him away. I really like that, and he actually
That
got
sounds
a mate
awesome,
in the end.
actually. You should link me that when we get done with this episode.
I don't even know what it is, but it was in fan fiction. I read it a long time ago, but I still remember a lot of the details. I just really loved it. It was like about him joining up with a rogue group and making them a clan. And there was even a Rainfur from SkyClan, and it's like he was a kid there, and then he left in the end to join SkyClan. I'm sorry for spoiling the fanfiction for you, but I just had to mention that there was like Rainfur in it. Like, I guess the writer wanted to explain how Rainfur got his warrior-like name.
Yeah. So that sounds like a really cool fan fiction.
It
And
is.
I mean, like now that you mention all that, I guess maybe it could be possible if he had been a warrior, but when danger would come, that's the problem. Like the hawk, if something were to happen like that, like it could have even happened as he got older. Had he survived that and became a warrior or something, it would have been, there would have been probably another instance where the camp was invaded and he didn't know and he was still asleep and somebody forgot to wake him up and he ended up getting in a fight. And he probably would have been able to defend himself, but because he didn't have the warning, you never know.
Yeah, I just think that the errands shouldn't have even made him.
Yeah.
Because it just all made us all sad and he died, so.
Yeah. He was just a character that wasn't going to survive. I mean, he might have been able to, but very unlikely. So moving on, more background characters. How did you feel about the rumor Mousefur loving Redtail? I don't know if it's confirmed yet or not, but I haven't checked on the wiki to see if they were ever mates or anything like that. And there's
No.
supposedly Sandstorm is their daughter, but I don't really know. Do you think that it's true that they were in love?
I think that, let me actually look it up. I'm gonna Google it real quick. But I think that, no, she wasn't actually Redtail's mate. She just liked him because Sandstorm had a mother and like a different mother. I just can't remember her name. Let me look. Doesn't say anything. But what I was gonna say, yeah, I think she might have liked him, but I don't think it would have worked out with her and Redtail because I think Redtail was like a lot older than her. Because in the first book in Into the Wild,
No, Mousefur would have been. Wait, no, maybe yeah, he would have been older than her.
because Mousefur was a new warrior because Spiderleaf said she's young and strong, she will heal quickly, which is one of my favorite quotes about Mousefur. I don't know why. Let me look. Mousefur X Redtail. I can't even type. Redtail. And it's actually, I think it's actually a ship.
Yeah.
I know it doesn't say anything. It just, there's like this post that talks about Redtail being Sandstorm's father, but nothing about Mousefur, which is disappointing. But I know it's a ship, and I actually kind of ship it because I never even, like, we never got to know Redtail's actual mate. She was never even mentioned.
Yeah. I don't really know if I would ship Mousefur and Redtail. I kind of know. Longtail and Mousefur is my OTP.
But yeah, her mother was Brindleface, so we did get to know her mother.
Yeah.
But I don't really like Brindleface that much. I don't know.
But yeah, I would say that Longtail and Mousefur are my OTP. I love them together. One of my favorite ships. How do you feel about Longtail and Mousefur?
I really liked them together. I think they actually, Longtail liked Mousefur back, and I wish they could have actually been together because that would have been awesome.
Yeah, I think It's really sad how like in the last hope, how Longtail died because he was doing something. He died doing something kind for Mousefur. Like when the tree was, um, I forget exactly how he died.
That
I know he got crushed by the tree, but I remember Mousefur saying, go in the den." She was like being a grumpy furball, and she was like, "Go in the den and get my mouse," and he was like, "Okay," and that's how he died. But did he got
yeah
crushed by the tree, I think.
yeah he went to get a mouse for mouse fur, and then mouse fur felt all guilty about it.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, I know, poor mouse fur, and now she has to. Well, technically, she doesn't have to live with it because she also died.
He just killed all the cats. He
Yeah,
kills so
that
many characters.
this reminds me. Today I was talking to Roberta, to Blackheart, and she was like, I was talking to her about Dustbelt because I can only talk to her about the cats that she knows about, and I was like something about Dustbelt, and I said, well, he's dead anyway, and she was like, yeah, well, they're all dead, and I'm like, hey, that's true, like,
Yeah.
it's true, they're all dead, everyone is dead, everyone, literally, like, the only cats from that series that survived are, like, Sandstorm, Graystripe, and who else? And I guess Brackenfur
Yeah.
and Brightheart Cloudtail. Like only a few of them in ThunderClan.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why? I understand if cats have to die of old age, but why do they have to die for some stupid reason? Like Ferncloud. Ferncloud really did not deserve to die. She was awesome, and I mean, I'm glad that the Dustbelt is now with her in StarClan. That's the only reason why I like the fact that Dustbelt died, because he can finally be happy.
Yeah. He was like really depressed throughout the entire book, kind of like Brackenfur.
Yeah. And I just felt so sorry for him. But he still worked for his clan, and I knew because some people posted a spoiler onto Tumblr without a spoiler alert. And whoever that is, thank you, sarcastically. But I read about it before I actually read the book, before I downloaded the book. And I was like, he dies?
Yeah.
To badgers? No. I really thought he was going to be an elder, and maybe I could start shipping Dust X Sand again, because
Yeah.
I kind of ship them, even though Fire X Sand is my OTP, but still. And just when he died, when I read about it, I was like, no. Why? I wish that more cats would like become elders
Yeah.
and not just like die. But you know what? Also, speaking of elders, do you remember that I can't talk? Remember when Spiderleg was walking around somewhere and someone, I don't know who, remarked that he was getting old and that he was getting gray fur and he was gonna become an elder, and he was actually really young at that time.
Yeah.
Like not even Graystripe and Sandstorm were elders yet. Like it was in I think it was in the Power of the Free series. I'm not sure. Again, if I'm wrong, correct me. But I read all the books, but I don't remember when something happened exactly. I just know like the summary, but not the whole thing. So
Spiderleg's still alive, isn't he?
yeah, he is.
Okay, I get confused sometimes because they just in the Last Hope and BRAMBLESTAR'S Storm combined, they've killed so many cats. It's like hard for me to keep track of all of them.
Yeah, like Hollyleaf. I mean, she had a really good death. I think it was well planned. But why did he have to make Spotted Leaf disappear? I mean, I already had to live through the horror of her dying. Why did I have to live through the horror of her actually disappearing forever? It just hurt me so much. But yeah, like, they kill so many cats.
I understood why they killed her because I don't know if Firestar would have been able to choose between Sandstorm and Spotted Leaf in StarClan.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good point, Gareth.
I think that the Errands probably I think that they even said that that's why they killed Spotted Leaf off.
Okay, now I like them because I would have been torn between Spotted X Fire and Spotted X Sand, even though I don't really ship Spotted X Fire just because she was so much older than him.
You said Spotted
But
X Sand.
did I? Really? No, I didn't.
You did. You said Fire and Sand, I think, and then you said Spotted X Sand, I think. Well, I mean that's new. Glenn Claus created a new ship for you guys, okay?
Yeah. Oh my god. I can't believe it. But it could work, now that I think about it. It could be a ship. Like, why not?
I think,
It doesn't
I
really
think
make sense, but
there might be an Ashfur X BRAMBLESTAR ship.
do you think so?
Yeah.
Really? Who would ship that?
I don't know, but if you look it up on DeviantArt, I'm sure something will come up.
Wow. Also, speaking of weird ships, and now we're getting off topic, but who cares? Jojo, admin Scarface, she told me that, Hawk Frost and Bramblestar were actually being shipped by somebody.
Oh my god, I'm done.
I'm done, like, they're brothers, like, stop.
There's only, like, two type of ships that I don't like in any fandom, and that's incest shipping and, pedo shipping.
Yeah.
Like, Ravenpaw x Tiger Claw, I'm like, no, please no.
No, God, no. But, like, when you think about it, Far X Spotted is actually pedo shipping.
Yeah, it kind of is. I don't know why, but, like, I don't know. It's like, the fandom finds it a little bit different just because she's female, and that's not right, but just because she's female, it's a little bit different for people.
Yeah. But it was so obvious that they liked each other that you just can't ignore it.
Yeah. We're kind of starting to run out of time, so let's get these last two questions out of the way so we can finish up.
Yeah. Whose turn is it?
Yours. I don't have any more questions left.
Okay. Who was your favorite kitty pet and why?
Kitty pets. Most of them are jerk faces.
Well, that's one of my favorite words, weirdly. I always use it. You're the first person I've ever heard who used it. But yeah, go on.
I think that my favorite kitty pets were Sasha and Jake. And I really liked Jake because he just had, like, he was one of the only kitty pets in the series to not become a warrior, but still have, like, the heart of one.
Yeah, that's why I really like him.
And Jake's personality definitely shows in Firestar, I think. He looks like his father, and his personality is reflected in Firestar as well.
Yeah, he's like a mini Jake.
Yeah. I really liked Jake and how I like kitty pets that aren't soft.
Me too.
The kitty pets that are afraid of everything just annoy me.
Yeah, like some of the cats from Sky Clan, they're not really soft.
I also like Jessie.
Yeah, Jessie's really nice. I wish she could have become a warrior, but I know she couldn't because then it would cause a lot of trouble. And I think that her as Squirrelflight would have thought about this because they'll be like, oh my gosh, BRAMBLESTAR'S mine, and then Squirrelflight would be, no, he's not, I saw him first, and they would start arguing about it and fighting, and I think there would have been blood.
Yeah, I don't really like Squirrelflight or BRAMBLESTAR. Well, I hate Squirrelflight. I don't really mind BRAMBLESTAR, but because I don't really like them that much, I mean, even though I don't really like them that much, I ship them together because they have similar personalities, and I don't know, I just ship them.
They're so cute together, like in the period before they got into the argument about Squirrelflight lying.
And even though I don't like Squirrelflight, because I don't like Squirrelflight, I wasn't expecting for me to feel the way I did during BRAMBLESTAR Storm, but I don't know why, I just got angry at BRAMBLESTAR for starting to like Jessie. And I was, like, so disappointed when it was, like, confirmed at the end of the book that they loved each other. I was like, no. If I was Squirrelflight, I would be so jealous
Wait,
because that's
he
how
loved her?
yeah, like at the end of the book, like it seemed like I don't know if they were exactly I don't know if he exactly was in love with her, but they definitely had feelings for each other. And
Yeah,
that was like confirmed at the end of the book. Like the entire book, I was like, they keep flirting. Do they really like each other? And at the end of the book, I realized, yeah, they did. But I was glad that she left ThunderClan, even though she definitely could have been a good warrior.
yeah, totally. But just like with her staying, Bramblestar would have chosen her, and then we would have to look at Squirrelfight becoming like Asper probably, and it would have just been bad. I
That
know
would
it
be
sounds
kind of
weird, but
funny.
that's true.
Just imagine like Jessie and Bramblestar having kids together, and then Squirrelflight trying to burn them in a fire.
I can imagine. I see them in the fire with the tree log and everything, like in the actual fire scene.
That is so funny.
Yeah. Someone should draw this. Someone should definitely try and draw that.
I would if I was a more talented artist. Right now I'm working on I'm almost done with this picture here. But I mean it's just like I don't know. I would totally draw that if I was skilled enough. I'm just not very good at full body. That's why I've been doing for most of these episodes I've just been doing headshots.
Yeah, same with me. I can mostly draw headshots.
Right now I'm drawing I'm drawing Brackenfur and Sorreltail. But I think we have one more question left, so.
Yeah. And the last one is, what are your opinions on the parents of clan leaders?
There have been good ones and there have been bad ones, but I think the worst parent in the entire series
is Rainflower, right?
Yep, she was the worst. I think anybody would agree with me. I mean, I understand, like, her being a little bit heartbroken and being upset about how Crooked Jaw, how Crooked Kit had his jaw. I don't know, he wasn't as handsome. He wasn't her handsome son anymore, but that's no reason to not love your kid,
Yeah, she reminds me of those people, like, that are very judgmental of others.
She's very shallow.
Yeah, she really is. I just, I hate her so much. Because if she reacted this way, then why didn't Showheart react this way as well? If he was smart enough, he could have, made her stop her behavior. Why didn't he just, go to Hillstar and be like, hey, I'm your deputy. You will leave my son alone and you will keep his name as Stormkid because it's really pretty and it fits him. You will not go and embarrass me and my son in front of my clan. But no, he let her go.
Yeah.
I just realized that he could have changed fate for Crooked Star.
I don't know why, but most of the clan leaders don't have very good parents, and it's weird that they would become leaders without that support.
Because she got together with Woollytail, and that's why I really hate her. She said she loved Sangors, and when she got together with Woollytail, just no, why are you doing this? I know you love him, but you're just forgetting about your first mate, and I
don't think Stormtail, that was Bluestar's mother, right? I meant father.
Yeah.
I don't think that he really paid attention, that much attention to Bluestar.
He never did. Because he already had his sights on Dappletail.
It might be. I can't really remember. It's been a long time since I read Bluestar's Prophecy.
Let me look. Cause I'm bored a little bit. Let me look. Stormtail, yeah, Dappletail. Well, they both have the tail suffix.
Mm-hmm.
Weird. I really don't ship them together because Dappletail just kind of took away Bluestar's father.
And I mean, Tallstar's father I didn't like. I hated Tallstar's father up until when he was already dead and in StarClan. So.
Yeah. And when he said that the Tallstars shouldn't have a bunch because of death, and he apologized. But there is confirmation that Rainflower and Crooked Star made up, and she's actually in StarClan. mean, she didn't do anything that bad. It was horrible what she did. It was horrible what she did, but it wasn't like she killed a cat.
I still don't like her that much, but it's good that they made up in StarClan. It doesn't change how I feel about her though, because it took her too long to forgive him looking so badly.
Yeah, and I mean, the only cat to blame for his accident was actually Goosefeather. So if anything, she should have gone to ThunderClan and ripped his stupid belt off, because I'm really mad about what Goosefeather did, and I really hope they cover this in Goosefeather's prophecy. It's called. I really hope they covered that. And like, I really hope they covered that, and why he became crazy, and all that Wind Clan raid thing where Moonflower died, because he essentially, I think that he destroyed Jewel Cat's destinies. Like Blue Stars, because she was heartbroken when Moonflower died, and if Moonflower had stayed alive, maybe Snowfur would have stayed alive. I don't know, maybe. And then Crooked Stars also. And if Crooked Star hadn't broken his jaw, he would never have gone to Maple Shade. And it's actually said that Maple Shade didn't do anything. She didn't actually curse him. Everything that happened to him happened because it had to happen. She didn't do anything because, as we all know, StarClan really don't have power or control over the things that happen in the real world, especially not from the Dark Forest. Until later on.
Other parents would be, I really loved Yellowfang's mother, and then Broken Star messed it all up.
Yes, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I really hate Broken Star for that. Like, her mother was really stupid. If she believed that her own daughter would kill her own sisters and brothers. Like, what? Yellowfang was always good. And then she was like, oh, you killed my cats. Like, no, Mousebrain. Mousebrain is even like, it's not a good insult for her. It's a fox heart. Something worse, like, worse than Mousebrain, because Mousebrain is too small of an insult for her. And also Brackenfed, he also stood by Brightflower's side. He was Yellowfang's father, for those of you who don't know. And I really loved his name. I liked how he behaved. He was nice. And then he was like, no, you killed your brothers and sisters. And I was shocked that actually, what was her name? Rowan Berry and Nutwhisker, I think they also stood by their side.
That's really messed up. I feel so bad for Yellowfang. She's one of she's probably my favorite Shadow Clan cat. And right after her would have to be,
I don't count her as Shadow Clan
right
anymore.
after her would have to be Russet Fur.
Yeah, but I don't count Yellowfang as Shadow Clan anymore, because she is like a ThunderClan cat now.
Okay, so I think it's about time to wrap it up. That's about it for today's episode. We finally decided on days to release episodes. We're going to come at you with videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so we'll see you next Thursday. We're sorry we couldn't get to all of the background characters because there's a ton of background characters in the series, so we're sorry that we couldn't get to all of them.
So we'll see you all next time. You can always leave your suggestions down in the comments on what you want us to talk about. And leave your opinions about what we talked about.